is. Like I said, fertility is defined as natural ability to conceive a child. However, fertility does not come easily to everybody. Am I right? Some people, once they meet any man like this, they conceive. Some, they'll be having unprotected sex every day, 24/7 throughout the year, and yet nothing happens. So this night we'll learn a lot about fertility. About 11% of couples will face infertility. That is the inability to conceive naturally after 1 year of unprotected sexual intercourse. You don't pronounce anybody infertile until you have concluded that maybe they've been having unprotected sex for 1 year and pregnancy is not coming forth. So you say the person is infertile. Fertility is not only a female issue. We know that in time past, people believe that once this brother and this sister gets married, this man and woman, once they get married, they of us, women have been accused that they are the cause. Some they will say, "Yeah, come, now it's time to go and marry another wife." Some they will say, "Okay, let's push the wife out. Let's push the woman out. This one is now a man." And the mother-in-law will say, "I don't want a man to marry my son." So they end up frustrating the woman and pushing the woman out. But medically, you can't say fertility is not only a female health issue. The woman can be fertile and yet the man will be infertile. So it has to do with both the man and the woman. Both men and women can experience infertility. And the fact that somebody has given birth, say, the man already had a child, maybe that's why the woman cannot give birth. And that means she's the one that is fertile. It doesn't matter. There can be secondary infertility in men. We'll get to understand that soon as we go. And both men and women can take steps to improve their fertility. Now, what are the signs of a fertility problem? It's common for a couple to only discover they have a fertility issue after they have tried to get pregnant unsuccessfully for a year. Take, for example, a newly wedded couple, and after 2 months, if you want to be honest, once you sit there, you want to look at them and expecting something, because on the wedding day we're already praying, and may God please make this woman fruitful, ability to conceive a boy, the girl, and trust we the Alagas will tell you, she will give birth. When they ask the groom, "What have you come to do?" Say, "I've come to get my wife, my sister, my friend, my sweetheart, so that she will come into my house to give birth to twins the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, as God wishes." So after 2-3 months of marriage, most people will start looking at them and say, what is happening? Maybe the person, that lady, can say, Sister Tolu, you were not in church yesterday. So when a couple, after they have tried to get pregnant unsuccessfully for 1 year, then you can say they are infertile. Many causes of infertility are silent and don't have obvious symptoms. However, the following signs may indicate a fertility problem and may signal a call. So we discuss these signs, and if there's anyone, then it is right time for you to see a doctor. Number 1, If you are age 35 or older and you have been trying to get pregnant for 6 months, I'm talking about signs of fertility. If you are age 35, which is in quotes your most productive age, and you have been trying to get pregnant for 6 months and you are not, then that means the person is infertile. Younger than 35 and have had unprotected sexual intercourse for 1 year without getting pregnant, then we'll say the person is infertile. That is, if you are below 35, a young girl. You know, these school children, by the time you say "bam," most of them, you just get pregnant. But for some do have unprotected sex and they don't get pregnant. So you have had 2 or more successful pregnancies, loses. Maybe you have lost 1 or 2 pregnancy, then we'll say the person is infertile. Maybe you have any risk factor for infertility. These are signs of fertility. That's when you are experiencing any one of these signs, that means there's a fertility problem. I hope you understand. The most common symptom of fertility problems are: number 1, irregular menstrual cycles. It's not everybody that does the normal monthly menstrual cycle. Some maybe once in 2 months, once in 4 months. I've even heard of somebody, she never had a menstruation. She never saw a menstruation. You want to wonder how she got pregnant. Well, miracles still happen. It was even when she delivered, and one of my colleagues was saying, "Madam, I've cleaned you, yeah, applied the sanitary towel," and she was like, "How do I use it?" You know, after being in labor with this woman for say 5-6 hours, you're tired, you have asked the woman to push, the baby is out, and then you say, "Okay, madam, I've cleaned you up. Oh yeah, apply the sanitary towel." And she's telling you she has never applied it. Of course, the nurse flared up. I was like, what do you mean that you have never applied the sanitary towel? She said she never did her period. That was the first time she was seeing blood coming out from her. So some people are just like that. So irregular menstrual cycles, unusual light or heavy bleeding, and bad menstrual cramps. Some do have light or heavy bleeding. These are symptoms of fertility. Unusual heavy periods or abnormal menstrual bleeding. Some maybe in a month, instead of having their menstrual period for like maybe once, some they have it 3. Pain or pain during sexual intercourse. Function including erectile dysfunction or low libido. These are all common signs of infertility. Fertility challenges. If you are having troubles getting pregnant, it is helpful to learn about what may be affecting your fertility and to seek the help of a specialist who can help you address those concerns as best as possible. Now let's talk about the fertility challenges itself. Both partners have a role to play in this fertility challenge. And just say, yeah, it's your problem, that you go and sort out yourself. And find that that's what most men will say. Say, well, that's your own problem. Well, me, I can't pay. I'm okay. I don't have any wahala. So go and sort out yourself. So, but I'm telling you this now, that both partners have a role to play in this fertility challenge. Understanding the causes of infertility is the first step in determining the right treatment. Often, it assumes the fertility difficulties are with the women, most people believe. In fact, if you ask some people in the village till now, they will tell you that if a couple refuse to get pregnant or they can't get pregnant, it's the woman. That is true. The woman, attacking her. That's the belief. So people refer to difficulty are referred to the women as being the cause. But in 40 to 50% of infertility in couples is due to male factors. I hope the men are listening. So if you're having problems with fertility, having problems in maybe getting your wife pregnant or your wife becoming pregnant, don't just say, it's a problem. No, it's your problem. The two of you need to see a specialist, because we find that 40 to 50% of all these cases now is men that has a problem, not women. It is important for both partners to be tested. Don't say, well, take money, go and do tests. It's the two of you. There's some tests that will be carried out on the woman. There's some tests that will be carried out on the man to know who is at fault. Struggling to get pregnant can be frustrating and confusing experience, as it is deciding when to pursue assistance in treating whatever is causing your fertility challenges. It is important to recognize that you are not alone in this process. As many as 1 in 7 couples have difficulty conceiving. So you are not the only one. Don't say, God, why do you bless people? You bless everybody in the Bible. Even in the Bible, God, they said there's none shall be barren. Why am I barren? No. You must understand that 1 in every 7 couples difficulty conceiving. As treatment for infertility have advanced, so has our ability to assess and correct a number of different causes of infertility challenges. Identifying what may be preventing you from conceiving, and when possible, treating that underlying cause can increase your chances of getting pregnant. But it is when you have to say, what God cannot do does not exist, fine. I believe that so too. But sometimes you need to go and see specialists so they can carry out tests, give you advice on food to eat, some things to avoid, and these things to help. My prayer is that the Lord will visit every waiting couple here today in Jesus' name. Fertility is generally broken down into 2 basic categories. We have the primary infertility and secondary infertility. Not primary schools. Primary, just called primary infertility. Primary infertility refers to couples that have not been able to successfully conceive after trying for a year or more of having unprotected intercourse. Let me explain. Primary infertility. You have a couple that have been trying to get pregnant for over a year. They have not. They are not. In fact, if possible, they're having sex 24/7, 365 days in a year. But still yet, the pregnancy is not coming. You would say they are suffering from primary infertility. Secondary infertility refers to couples who have successfully conceived in the past but are unable to achieve another pregnancy. You find that some will say, I've had one now. I had one maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But yet, even after 5 years, you've been trying to get pregnant. You're not getting pregnant. That is secondary infertility. And this, mostly men feel that this secondary infertility doesn't concern them. What's my own concern? When I was in secondary school, I impregnated somebody. So why is it now that I got pregnant? I did, can't be. No, you might not be as can't be as a concrete cement. You might still need to see a doctor. So what are the factors that affect fertility? What are the factors that affect fertility? We have quite a number of them. I'll just go through a few of it. Number one, previous pregnancy can affect fertility, where you feel that you're just okay. Maybe I did not even take any drug. I did not even do anything before I got pregnant the first time. So why is it? It shouldn't be difficult for me to get pregnant the second time. So it can affect fertility. Your age, that's why I would say we advise that the young should get pregnant early, as in maybe 20 after school, get pregnant. It's easy for somebody between the ages of 22 to 35 to conceive than somebody that is 47 or 50 to conceive. Some people even get married at 50. So depends on the age that the woman is getting pregnant. So the age also affects. Duration of subfertility, that is when maybe you say, maybe you had the first issue some 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and you feel that, well, it's nothing. So this can also affect fertility. Timing and frequency of sexual intercourse. Some have the wrong timing. Some, they just meet. Most times I advise people that are waiting, make use of your ovulation period. But for some, just time that, you do, and then you're off. So this can also affect fertility. Lifestyle factors. Lifestyle, lots of smoking, lots of drinking. You feel that, like some will tell you, Jesus bless, turn water to wine. So there's no point in not taking alcohol. When you take lots of alcohol, it has a lot of damage on the body. Smoking too has a lot of damage it does to the body. So your lifestyle can affect if you are not too good for conception. So if you are, like I said, naturally, because these are things that you can do day in, day out. Antioxidants. You want to say, yay, which one is antioxidant? Antioxidants like folate and zinc may improve fertility for both men and women. They deactivate the free radicals in the body, which can damage both sperm and egg cells. So antioxidants are available in fruits, and then there are some drugs too that contain it. Number two, another way to boost fertility naturally is to eat. You'll be surprised, eat bigger breakfast. Eating a substantial breakfast may help women with fertility problems. Even some will say that you don't skip your breakfast. Make sure you eat very well. Number three, avoid trans fats. Eating healthy fats every day is important for boosting fertility and overall health. Number four, cut down on carbs. Cut down on junks. I know a couple are waiting for every night. The shawarma, they eat shawarma, they eat pizza, they eat, all those things are not healthy for somebody that is expectant. So please cut down on your carbs, following a lower carb eating plan where less than 40% of calories come from carbs. Eat fewer refined carbs. Don't feed your system with so much flour-based junks. It doesn't help fertility, because these cells, the tissues, and everything necessary for fertility in the body, they need to be healthy too. So please eat healthy food that will make them healthy. Speaking of crabs, it's not just the amount of crabs that is important, but also the type. Refined crabs may be especially problematic. Eat more fibers. How do you get fibers? Fibers help your body get rid of excess hormones and keep blood sugar balanced. Certain types of fiber can help remove excess estrogen by binding it to the intestines. The excess estrogen is then removed from the body as a waste product. Eat fibers. Eat your cabbage, your cucumber, all those your vegetables, they are fibers. And when you're cooking your vegetables, you don't overcook it. There's a way that you cook. I just advise people, especially when you're eating the Spanish, your shoko, your ugu. By the time you want to buy ugu and you ask them to slice it in the market, of course, you are destroying most of the vitamins. So what I advise you is that take your ugu the way it is. Rinse it first before cutting. Don't always cut before rinsing your ugu. You notice that when you rinse the ugu, the color of the water will change. That means some of the chlorophyll are dropping into the water. So, and then what do? You end up throwing them away. So you will end up taking your vegetable as a roughage, not actually getting what you should get in it. Now, if you want to prepare your vegetable, I always advise prepare the sauce, add everything you want to add, your crayfish, your meat, your fish, your stock sauce, and everything. Then you add your vegetable to it. Stir, leave it for 5 minutes. Reduce the heat and put off the heat. When you do this vegetable like that, you get more of the nutrients than wasting it. Then you take a lot of protein sources. Proteins such as meat, fish, and eggs with vegetable protein sources such as beans, nuts, and seeds is linked to reduced risks of infertility. Now, thank God we have what's the name of this fruit now? Pear. Pear is in season now. If you want to eat your pear, there's a way you can eat it. You can either eat it raw, just like that, or you take the pear, put it in a bowl, you get a boiled egg, put the boiled egg, after removing the shell, put the boiled egg in a bowl with the pear and mash together. You can spread on bread, you can use it to eat rice. And these are things that are very, very delicious. And thank God we're in the season of pear now, so you can make use of that. Choose high fats diet. High intake of low fats may increase the risk of infertility, whereas high fat food may decrease it. So reduce your fat as much as possible. You fry chicken and chips, I'm not asking you not to eat it, but at least don't make it a priority. That's what we have to eat every day. Some people and the suya. No, reduce all this. Add some multivitamin. If you take multivitamin, you may be less likely to experience ovulationary infertility. Take your multivitamin, especially your folic acid. If you are an expectant mother, even an expectant father, please include 1 tablespoon of acid in your diet every day to do you a lot of good. Then, number 10, get active. It's not time for you. You say, oh my God, I'm waiting on you for the fruit of the womb. Help me. And they ask you, Sister Bola, what is wrong with you? Say, it is well. Then I'm just praying that God will answer me. Children will come to happy and lively environment. So get active. Exercise has many benefits for your health, including increased fertility, increasing moderate physical activity has positive effects on fertility for women and men, especially those with obesity. So don't just sit down in one place and you turn yourself because you are waiting on God to bless you. You now begin to jump yourself and get obese. So please get active and include exercises in your routine. Take time to rest. If you are trying to conceive, stress is probably one on the menu too. As your stress level increases, the chances of getting pregnant decreases. Did you get that? As your stress level increases, your chances of getting pregnant decreases. This is likely due to the hormonal changes that occur when you feel stressed. So as much as possible, reduce stress. Anyhow. Last, you go dey what? You go dey okay. I like that slogan so much. So put it and write it everywhere and tell yourself, last, you go dey okay. You no go come kill yourself. So take time to rest. Like I said, cut the caffeines. The association between caffeine and fertility isn't very conclusive, but still reduce it as much as possible. Aim for a healthy weight. Weight is one of the most influential factors when it comes to fertility for men and women. In fact, both either underweight or overweight is associated with increased infertility. You could walk into a hospital and let them calculate your BMI. That is they will check your weight, they will check your height, then they'll be able to tell you if you have a good weight, or you need to reduce it, or you need to even increase it. Some will need to increase it because some are underweight. I said aim for healthy weight. This is because the amount of fat stored in your body influences menstrual function. Check those iron levels. It's time to start pumping iron. The supplement kind, that is consuming iron supplements and non-IMS iron, which comes from plant-based food, may increase the risk of urinary infertility. So like I said, include the iron. Some has even gone in to the extent of taking this, this popular motivation. So take time to get your iron level. Avoid excess alcohol. It's not time to drink yourself to stupor. Alcohol consumption can negatively affect fertility. However, it's unclear how much alcohol is needed to cause this effect. So please reduce your alcohol if you can. Natural supplements. Certain natural supplements have been linked to increased fertility, especially in animal study. Always check with your doctor before taking up natural supplements. Efficacy in women have not been well studied. In conclusion, good nutrition is vital for a healthy body and reproductive system, and to help you become pregnant. Eating a nutritious diet and making positive lifestyle changes can help boost fertility and prepare your body for pregnancy. Plus, it's just helpful for you all around. Some areas of interest that you should major on include your diet, the supplements, some herbs. I'm not talking about the one they give you or when you go visiting native doctors. Some herbs too are very, very good in helping with fertility. then your mindset. Have a positive mindset and know it that God is a faithful God. He that has brought you to become husband and wife has a plan for you. He said, be multiply. So if you are still here and you're waiting and you are experiencing infertility in your life, in your marriages, I trust God that this year, if you can just go through all that we have said, very soon you will come to give your testimony. Let me just pause here to take some questions. Any questions so far on fertility, infertility, primary, secondary? You want to ask any question on fertility? Yes, please. I see a hand on. Up. Oh, yeah. Go on. Okay. I'm listening. Can you hear me? Somebody with the hand up should please speak. Or you want to type your question? Any question? Are you with me?
Yes, ma, we are with you.
Can you just unmute?
If you have questions, kindly raise your hands or use the chat box.
There's somebody. There's a hand up. There's a hand up.
Okay, please let's have your question, please.
Can we have your question?
Okay, ma. While we wait, I would like to ask, for somebody who is having recurrent miscarriages, and then they usually go under medical supervision, and yet they still get to lose the pregnancy. What do you think they can do differently, ma?
Number one, the service can be loose. That is one of the major reasons for having miscarriages. The service can be loose. So all that is needed is for the doctor to just insert 1 or 2 stitches, which we call chirurgical stitches, at the mouth of the cervix. It tightens the cervix, so the pregnancy is not able to come down. When the woman is term or at 37 going to 38 weeks of pregnancy, and she starts feeling the signs of pregnancy, then the doctor can remove the stitches for the baby to come through. For some baby, even with the stitches there at them, they come through themselves. So in that case, that person needs a lot of rest. She might need to have a change of job. Maybe it's even the job that is causing the miscarriages. Maybe so much stress. She has to watch what she does so that there won't be reoccurrence.
Thank you so much, ma.
Any other question?
Okay, she has typed that question on the chat box. He says, good evening, ma. Can cervical, I think she means, can cervical mucus, okay, is cervical mucus necessary during ovulation? Ma, that's the question, ma.
Yes, for some people, some don't even notice it. But for some, it should be there. There should be an increase in the mucus production at the time of ovulation. And at the time of ovulation, I hope you know that is the time it comes slippery, like this, when you have cold, you're bringing out catarrh. So for some, it's that thick, like that. But some don't experience it. So it may be a sign that they are not actually ovulating. Because if you don't ovulate, most times there's infertility. Any other question?
Thank you so much, ma. Do we have any other question? Let me check the WhatsApp group if there's, for those that are on Mixlr, maybe they have a question.
Okay. Meanwhile, can we just mention 1 or 2 ways to boost fertility naturally? Anybody? 1 or 2 ways you have learned this night to on how to boost fertility naturally. Anybody?
Yes, ma'am. By eating healthy and by exercising regularly.
Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself now.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Any other person? Good. Any other person? Tell me what you've learned this night. How do you plan to boost your fertility naturally? How do you plan? She has said eating and exercises. I gave you 16. No? So, oh yeah, let me hear. Any other person? You are doing jam questions. So.
You said we should check our iron level.
Okay, take lots of iron. Okay. And
reduce caffeine intake.
Caffeine intake. Good. Clap for yourself too. Yeah, clap for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any other person? Natural ways to reduce. Natural ways to boost fertility. Oh yeah. We've mentioned 4 now out of 16. Oh yeah.
Yes, ma. Watching my weight, like me, especially. Like watching my weight, because I'm getting fatter now every day since I got married.
Then you need to watch what you eat.
Okay, ma.
Because sometimes what you eat, then reduce all these caffeinated drinks too. It will help you with your weight.
Okay, ma.
Okay, don't worry, you give me testimony very soon. Oh yeah, any other person? Any other person? Out of 16, we have mentioned 5. Oh yeah, which one can you remember? Or I should go over it again.
By eating food rich in antioxidants.
Okay, give me examples.
Zinc. For examples. I said for example, zinc.
Okay. Okay, zinc. Agbalumo, your fruits.
Agbalumo, yes.
So you can take fruit juice too. Not Hollandia.
Okay.
At this time, make a lot of fruits. You can do carrot fruits. You can do, and for men, please give them tomato and watermelon. Blend like 100 naira tomatoes. Yes, with watermelon. In the watermelon, you are blending the red and the white part, if possible, the green part. So you blend everything together and give it to them. You could do your tiger nuts at home too. And thank God there are lots of people making producing tiger nut powder. So you could get even the tiger nut powder and I think I saw one on net called nut dates. So like that, you can't, maybe you go and come back, you don't have time to make tiger nut. Buy that nut dates, just mix it with water, they're good to go. So you give your water with chilled water. It is well. But try that watermelon. You don't have money to buy the full watermelon. You can buy watermelon 100 naira. Mix it with 100 naira tomato. Give to your husband. It will help you. Okay. Any other one?
By eating more fibers.
Fibers, yes. Eat fibers.
Yes. E.g., cabbage, cucumber, spinach.
Yes. You could do a cabbage drink too. You blend the cabbage.
Okay.
And drink. You blend it with your blender, and you add like 3-4 cups of water. You could drink it throughout the day. Try it. You drink it throughout the day, you'll be fine. You do food fasting. You can do food fasting for a week. Throughout that week, you're just taking fruits only. Don't eat the fruit. Blend the fruits. By blending, you will take more. So you could do pawpaw, you could do pineapple, you could do pear. Now, you can try this pear that is out now. Try the pear, get pear, mix it with bananas. Oh, it's a delicacy. You will enjoy it. So, any other question, addition, subtractions?
Sorry, my next question.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yes, and the other thing about the ovulation. I want to give myself an example. I do my menstruation every 27 days. And I don't miss a month. But I don't always feel that muco. I don't always know when I'm ovulating. I don't always see the sign of this.
Take time. You will need time to observe it yourself. Okay. Sometimes there's a dull pain just underneath your tummy. When you the next time you see your period, calculate 12 days. 12 days, mark the 12th day. Add 2 extra days, that will be 14. Okay. Add 2 extra days, that will be 16. So between the 12th and that 16th, you are likely to be weak. You check it, you see the ovulation. If you don't see it, then let's stop.
Can I use the ovulation descriptions? Okay, I'll use maybe I should use
before you start using
predictions.
Before you start using all that, you even try and check it yourself naturally.
Okay.
Do that before you now do the other one. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Omotosho roots. You have not said anything. Omotosho roots, Chioma. I want to hear you say something. Okpeyemi Kolade, I've not heard your voice. Oh yeah. Unmute yourself and say something.
I've spoken, ma. I'm the first person you have to clap for myself.
Mommy, I was the one that said, Mommy, I was the one that talked about the weight. That is, I've got to mind, I'm just getting.
Okay.
So I was
Oluwatobiloba, I can't hear you. Oluwatobiloba, say something.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Sorry, what have you learned?
I just joined, so I'm just listening to the comments.
Where did you join? Where?
On Zoom, some few minutes ago.
What did you learn from what I said a few minutes you joined?
When I joined, that was when Anna Abraham was talking about getting fat after she got married.
I didn't hear. Okay. There's no problem. Thank God it's recorded, so you can always listen to it later. But we have learned a lot. Okay. So, Taxi, say something. There's a hand up. Okay. Joseph, say something. Joseph Adiola, say something. Oh yeah.
Not to mention, but I don't know the network is bad.
Not to mention Uruko, yes. Okay. Mrs. Joseph Adiola, say something. No? Before I call on Regina, Mr. Regina himself to say something.
The network is bad. So yeah.
It's bad.
Yes. It's breaking.
Okay.